15. That's like half an hour.
What
That's not
is
that
going
bad.
on, everybody, and welcome to another round of BHRL Season 3, Round 5. This is the Group 3 Sprint Duel at Marina. We got 14 laps in the Ferrari 296 GT3 2023 model. The tire wear is 4 times, the fuel wear is 6 times, and racing mediums and racing softs is required today. So in the booth with me, I do got Slow Mo. What's up, Slow Mo?
Hey B, how you doing, man?
Great, great. So are you ready for this next round? This is gonna
I'm
be amazing.
absolutely. Yeah, no, this is going to be a lot of fun. We know that the track limits can be somewhat abused here,
Mhm.
and these guys are going to be pushing that to their absolute limits, and it's going to be fun to watch these guys run their laps here. This track is so appealing to the eye as a spectator, in my opinion, and I mean it's just so much fun to watch racing here.
Yeah, it definitely is. Definitely is. It's definitely going to be an interesting one because it's a newer track. Not too many people are too used to it, but I'm sure that it's been long enough that the drivers should have a pretty good idea of this track by now, especially in this car.
Right, right. Yeah, these cars are fun to drive, and how do you not enjoy this combo here?
Yeah, definitely. So, quick shout out to Hanky's Tavern. Thank you for broadcasting this. If they're still watching it over there, hi everyone there, and welcome along. So I'm gonna go over the overall points for the season real quick before we get started here. And so first up, we got Zach G with 44 points, and followed behind him is Bandit with 41 points, and then Old Man Pip with 35 points, Josh Moment with 29 points, J Dog with 28, Trulab with 28, K Dub with 25, Tatooey with 24, Fernando Button with 17, Angry Fredbird with 14, Johnny Boy with 8, Jack Skellington with 7, and El Cucoy, aka Dino Racing, aka Nando, with 6 points, Oak with 2 points, S7R Hovercraft with 2 points, and Croatian with 1 point. I said his name right that time, right?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. All right. So, yeah, that's our overall standing so far. So, yeah, this is definitely going to be a fun one, and can't wait to get started here in a little bit. As usual, we're going to be starting after about 9 more minutes, I believe, something like that. We'll be starting pretty soon here. So, yeah, this is going to be crazy. So you haven't been able to actually drive on this track very much, Slow-Mo, or?
No, B, I actually have not gotten to put down any laps on it. I've watched quite a few between, some of the different series that have used it. So I've
Yeah,
gotten ride along with a few guys through some laps and, see both, there's a variety of lines out there, like we talked about. Some people will abuse those track limits more than others. And it does create a lot of different paths around some of those corners so that, you can really make some good moves on people if you know really where those limits lie with the track.
yeah, yeah, definitely is. All right, so yeah, maybe I should go ahead and unmute the game and get out there and check out some cars. I'm really curious to see what strategies people are going to be using here today, because there's definitely going to be a lot of different strategies going on.
Yeah, Briggs, we were talking about that before we got going. And I think a big question for today is how long can these guys work those medium tires?
Yeah.
Can you do the quick one lap on the hards and then switch over to the mediums and have enough left at the end to make sure you can fight off your opponent once you get by? So I think that's a big challenge we'll have to see these guys fight today. And, some guys are tire whisperers, others might not. We've got some guys that are out here on pad, which is a little more difficult for them to maintain that tire wear throughout a race. So, you're going to see a lot of different strategies out here, I think.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be a good mix of strategies. I think you're right. Quite a few are on pad, a few are on wheels. We even got one that I know of that's using motion controls for their
That's so cool.
pad. Yeah, so it's definitely going to be interesting to see. So I'm checking out Josh Moment's livery right now. He's in what looks to be a Boss / Mint Mobile livery. Very nice looking. Moving on down, J Diggity Dog. He's got a WeatherTech livery that he's sporting there. Nice one, J Dog. Go and check out Al Cucoy Hive with his I don't know how to pronounce it. Terisi?
Perhaps?
Yeah,
maybe.
Terisi. DavidSW.com. I'll just go by that. That kind of livery. Let's see what Zach G's got.
A Rolex.
Got an interesting one.
Yeah.
Oh, Rolex.
Love to have a Rolex sponsorship.
Yeah, definitely. Rolex. Be sure to reach out to Slow-Mo or myself.
Yeah. Get affiliated with Briggs and I here. We'll be happy to represent your brand.
Yeah, definitely.
No problem.
Definitely. Oh yeah, and by the way, everyone in chat, anyone watching, Slow-Mo is also a fellow streamer, so be sure to reach out to his channel. If moderator could share his channel in the chat, that would be appreciated. But yeah, no problem, brother. I appreciate you just helping me out.
Oh, no problem. It's always fun to get in, and I love doing commentary, so it's always fun to get into a race, and especially one where I know a couple of the guys here and starting to really learn some of the things about the Hive and all the guys in here.
Yeah.
Have we checked out Fredbird's livery yet? Let's see, who are you on?
I'm on Bandit right now, and he's actually got a Henke's Tavern decal on the side of his car too. So shout out to everyone at Henke's. Ooh, I could go for a meatball sub. That sounds good. All right,
man,
let's check out Fredbird. Ooh, nice one, Fredbird.
Yeah, and I think Fredbird might have borrowed some of those components from the NVR. I think he saw Croatian had a livery, something like that, and he said something like birds of a feather flock together. I guess they're both birds, so that applies for him. But that's a good-looking livery.
Right? Yeah, it is. I like the color scheme on that, and that black to gold to white. It just looks awesome.
Yep. Classic number 49 is Fredbird's number.
Right. Oh, Johnny Boy's out on the track.
Oh, the Stand Up to Cancer.
Yep. Stand Up to Cancer livery, and he's also got it in loving memory as his stepdad recently passed away the other day. So he's got his decal on the side for that. And
sorry for the loss.
Yeah, definitely sorry for the loss, Johnny Boy, and hopefully you get a win on this one for your stepdad. That'd be awesome. Awesome to see.
Not too many people out there that haven't had felt the effect of cancer one year.
Yeah, exactly, and that's exactly why he did that. Is he passed away from cancer, I guess I was saying earlier. So yeah, quick moment of silence. Alrighty, well. Yo, Jay Lums, good to see you, man. Thank you for tuning in. Let me give a shout out to everyone in the chat. Rob is P1, Miles and P2 to the stream, Johnny Boy and P3 to the stream. Marcia, good to see you. Moment, thank you for tuning in. Jay Diggity Dog, Woof Woof, and Jay Lums. Welcome in, everyone, and anyone else that's lurking out there too. Welcome in, welcome in. Oh man, this is going to be a fun race. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and give them the signal to let me know if we're ready. And then we'll get started here. Let me do one last check to make sure that no one else has popped in. All right, looks like we're good. We're just waiting for the signal and we will get it rocking.
All right.
Alrighty, they're ready. So let's start this thing. Time to get on to qualifying. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start your engines!
Was that a one I heard?
Yes. Oops. I almost pushed quit. That would have been lovely.
Don't do that, Rick.
Yep. Uh-oh, moment's on the medium tires. I'm not sure about his qualifying strategy there. Oh, he changed it.
There you go.
All right, who is the first out? Looks like it's out.
Is it Fred?
Is it Fred? Yeah. Yeah, I think it's Fred. Yep. Fred Bird's first out. So he gets all the view for the first out lap.
Yeah, you know, some of these turns, they can be very, very tricky. You know, you get on the gas a little bit too early on the off-camber turn, and you are in deep trouble.
Yeah,
There's
definitely.
a lot of time that can be lost if you're mismanaging your entrance to these turns. So,
Yeah.
excited to see how our group today navigates that.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely going to be a lot of discipline here. As tire and fuel wear is a little high, and this track is probably not too forgiving with that, especially on the soft compound.
And brakes, how long do they get for qualifying?
I believe 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
I'd have to go back and look again. Let me try and do that real quick, actually, because I do have the screenshot in the Discord somewhere.
That sounds right. I was just trying to confirm.
Yeah.
It would make sense with about a 2-minute lap, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. 10 minutes with the 30-second cutoff. And they do have tire wear during qualifying.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, this whole season.
Stop in and get a fresh set of rubber a couple times. Once, twice, maybe.
Yep. Yeah, definitely.
Although you're sacrificing a 2-minute out lap, that's tough. So maybe just once.
Yeah, that's very true too. I had to make sure that there's strategy all over the place. Strategy in qualifying, strategy in race.
Yeah, and it looks like from the I've been watching from Fredbird's view, and him and Zach and Bandit are all kind of bunched up a little bit right now. We'll see how these guys come out on their first hot lap.
Yep. It's definitely difficult to stay bunched up and get a good quali lap in.
Oh my gosh, Zach has somehow gotten a half-second penalty. I don't know exactly. I didn't quite catch what happened there, but...
Ooh. Oh man, I wish my replay feature worked. I just haven't quite figured out how to use it exactly yet. I know how to use it, but yeah. Every time I try
it's a fine art. Yeah, to be able to pull up those replays. Some of the people we see do it very well. It is certainly a craft that they have perfected.
Yeah, definitely. I think my timing's just off because I think I just need to wait like a few seconds longer before I push the button to go to replay.
Okay. I think there's keyboard shortcuts that are supposed to make it easier, so not something I'm tempted to.
Oh yeah. I know them. Because there's a 5-second, 10-second, and 15-second.
Yep.
But yeah, I just haven't perfected it. Maybe eventually I'll be able to get there.
Yeah, and we've got Bandit and Fredbird closing in on the last section here on the track. Yep. So they are a couple turns away from the start finish. We get to see at least where some of the times are going to be starting for qualifying here with these two.
Yep, and here goes Bandit. 156.
Fred 158. A little bit back.
Johnny Boy into P1. Oh,
God,
no, Moment.
Dog. Yeah, woo.
Moment took the P1 with 154.3. Dog with 1. Alcoy with the 2-minute 2. Let's see what Zach G is going to do. Zach G definitely gave himself a whole lot of space so that he doesn't have too much traffic to deal with.
And I don't know if this is correct. My Gran Turismo is telling me he was on an out.
Yeah, actually mine is too. I guess he must have...
I don't know. He might have gone in and got a fresh set of tires.
Yeah, I think it was that penalty too.
Oh, that was...
Yeah.
He's now starting his first round.
Alright. So we'll get back to it. Who's in the front? I think it's Bandit that's in the front. Yeah.
Josh is currently navigating through J-Dog and a little bit of traffic at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
Johnny Boy and J-Dog. qualifier. They're not trying to hold them up, but trying to put their best times down.
Right. Yeah, definitely. Definitely going to be interesting to see how it goes. Because there's a lot of differences all around here. Because if Moment wants to move up in position for the overall, he's definitely got to get a win here.
Yeah, you had said he's in 4th place, so
yeah,
that means a lot of opportunity to get up a little higher into the standing for him. Those points matter so much for the total for these guys.
Yeah, definitely.
As we see a lot of the drivers coming in to get a fresh set of rubbers. J-Dog, Johnny Boy, Josh Moment have all gone into the pits.
Yep. And it looks like Redbird has improved his lap to 1.7. And so did No, he hasn't. Alright, looks like Zach is about to finally get his first lap time going. Moment here.
Yep, he's got one more turn coming around the right-hander.
Ooh, up into P2.
It'll drop him up into, P2.
Nice. Nicely done. Ooh, wow. We got 4 in the front battling. And it's just qualifying.
Right. And B, I know I just checked the chat. It sounds like, or the YouTube. Everything seems to sound good. I'm not getting any game sound. Is that an adjustment?
You're not getting game sound? Let me see.
I am logged into the Discord.
See if that changed anything. Chat, let me know if you're getting game sound. Hey, Dwayne, good to see you.
Video, it sounded good. So it might just be me.
I'll check on my phone real quick. So,
no, I just checked it again. Yeah, it's coming through the video.
It's coming through?
Yeah. Oh, are you sharing the stream in Discord?
No.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's coming through.
Yeah. No, so I joined.
Yo, brown finger. Deeper browner than your underwear. That's funny that I didn't see that on my message. But now I can. I guess my OBS must have froze the chat for a second there. Alrighty, and who's coming across the finish line? It is actually lap 2. Wait, no, that's not it.
No, yeah, that I think that was the previous. So he's working to try and get that a little bit better. Still a couple seconds off where Josh Moment is. So
yeah,
Josh has definitely got some strong pace here on the phone.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, I remember he said that he had this race in the PHG World Series also, so I think he's got a bit of an advantage. And plus, we don't have the penalties super harsh because it is a new track. We just got it on week for the track limit penalties, but they still exist.
Well, and that seems to be how most people are running their settings here. That's generally the common practice, where you can really abuse some of that a little bit, but it is tricky. I've seen places where you go, okay, well, I would have imagined that would have been a penalty, and then others where you go, that looked pretty good, and then you get a penalty. So it is a little unpredictable.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely is. All right, looks like Moment has finished his qualifying, so it's J-Dog and Johnny Boy. Doc G's on his final lap.
Toy is also up ahead of Zach G. He's definitely trying to improve that. Currently sitting with a 2:00.279. So let's see. Oh, he's on an out lap, so it doesn't look like he's going to be able to get a hot lap in.
Oh, and Moment's actually saying in chat right now that him, J-Dog, and Johnny Boy have all had a head start because of the World Series practice. Cheater, he says.
Well, experience goes a long way when it comes to racing. A little track knowledge can really do you a lot of good. I mean, and that's one of the tips that, when I had gotten some coaching from Mullen, he had given me to say, look, man, go out and do the circuit experience.
Yeah.
Spend some time and, just get good at each little section of the track and then try and take that knowledge, into a race. So,
yeah, definitely.
There's a lot of work that can be put into being a good driver.
Yeah. Yeah, seriously. I mean, it's very demanding that you take your turns just right and everything. Because, like, I'm not the fastest driver, but I can tell. Because trying to get up there is definitely a hard thing to do.
Yeah. Bandit ended up getting in one more lap there. Ended up being a 1:57.527, so didn't get an opportunity to move himself up any higher from fifth place. So I think that is where these guys are going to be running here.
Yep. All right, I got the scoreboard up. If you don't mind taking it away for me, so that I can make some entries.
Yeah, while you do that, so we'll go through this results here. This is going to be our starting grid for today's race. Starting in P1, PHG Josh Moment with the 1:54.291. Really nice lap there, Josh. BHRJ Dog was able to move himself a little bit closer to Josh, but not quite get himself up into P1 with the 1:54.952. Then you got Johnny Boy in P3 with a 1:55.646. Zach G was P4 today with a 1:56.136. Bandit starting in P5 position with a 1:56.523. Fredbird not far behind him there in P6 with a 1:57.380. And then we have El Kakoi Javi in P7 with a 2:00.279. I think that's our grid, right? There's no 8. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's all of them.
So. Yep. This is definitely going to be a fun one to see. I'm sending a message to someone real quick that may or may not be able to come in as a guest commentator today. But
oh yeah.
Yep.
A special guest.
Yep. Maybe or maybe not. I'm not sure. We'll find out though.
Ooh, excuse me. Goodness. Wow. While you do that, so we've got 14 laps here. They have to use the medium and the hard compounds here. So, like we talked about earlier, I think the big question a lot of us are going to be anxious to see is how quick do these guys get on and or off the hard compounds? How long can they stretch out their medium compounds for this 14 lap race here at the Marina track? The track limits are going to be a little bit loose, so you're going to see these guys really abusing the exterior and the rumble strips through this race, and this could be a lot of fun. Obviously, I think you're going to see a couple different packs out here for the race based on the starting qualifying times, but anything can happen. So let's see how this plays out for our racers today.
Yeah, definitely going to be interesting to see.
I'm looking at the race chat. So funny.
Can I send you a friend's request? No.
No.
He said no.
No.
That's
I see the buzz going through the chat. Looks like our drivers are just about ready to get this race started for today.
Yep. Almost. What? That's a feed. Head the wall.
A lot of feed. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what that is, Zach, but maybe you can tell us later. Yep. Good luck to our drivers on track today.
Yep, let me just go ahead and put the GLHF chat. And away we go. Good luck to all the drivers. Hopefully everyone has an awesome race. And yeah, we're about to jump on into Bandit with the late B. All right, there we go.
You're ready.
Yep. Alrighty. Let's see who holds on to the brakes and who doesn't.
Oh, that looked like quite a clean start.
Yeah, it did. Definitely did.
I didn't see a whole lot of shimmying going anywhere before that light change.
Right.
And Josh getting a little bit loose in turn 1 there as they come in.
Ooh, nice.
This is bound to be a lot of fun for the first lap as you watch the 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody back there is trying to just stay close to Josh at this point.
Yeah.
Try and follow that line, see what they can learn off of him at this point, I think.
Yeah, for sure. And speaking of Josh Moment, in the chat, he just hit us up with a $1.99 donation. Thank you so much.
Woo!
And his message is J-Dog's mouse. Thank you so much. Everyone spam those B's in the chat, please, for Mr. Moment.
Buzz. Very cool. You must have got that in right before the race started.
Right? Perfect timing.
We're watching these guys navigate into this back section here. They're picking it up and getting into it, trying to build up as much speed as possible. And this turn here is slippery.
Yeah, it is.
From what I've seen. You can get guys who just get on the throttle a little too quick and no bueno.
Mm-hmm.
Josh and J-Dog starting to pull away a little bit from the group. It looks like there's about a half-second gap between J-Dog and Johnny Boy at this point. And actually, Zach G just made a move past Johnny Boy. I didn't quite catch it. I just saw his name pop up in the rankings there. But J-Dog has got himself, Zach has got himself up into P3 at this point. So Josh in P1, J-Dog P2, Zach in P3, Johnny Boy in P4 behind. And then you got Bandit Redbird in 5-6, Kukoi in 7. And nobody is out of this by any means. These guys are all still very, very close to each other.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely shaping up to be a really nice close race here.
And Briggs, while I'm thinking about it, everybody on the field started mediums.
Oh, they did?
Everybody on the track, yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Interesting strategy. This is definitely going to be
like, yeah. How long can you make them last is I think, going to be the magic question as we watch today's race here again.
Yeah, definitely. And that field wear is definitely going down pretty quick, so I wonder how this is all going to pan out.
And Briggs, do you think Josh is going to be able to keep it together for his 14 laps here? I mean, you know, we've seen he can be very, very consistent.
Yeah.
He did very well in this track this year. So, you know, is anybody going to be able to fluster him, you think? I mean, obviously, J-Dog and Zach are...
I really think J-Dog and Zach may be the best people if they're going to be able to really catch up to him, but I don't know. You get surprised from a lot of people because Johnny Boy, we call him the ultimate opportunist, as anytime an opportunity comes up, he's right in there and overtakes. So you never know. I mean, we got a pretty good grid here with drivers, and they all have different skill levels, but they're all have surprised us throughout the seasons and previous seasons also.
Yeah, it brings to your point. Johnny Boy is in P4 right now. He's within that pack. He's got Bandit kind of in tow with him. You know, he's 3, maybe almost 4 seconds off the lead, so certainly not out of this by any means. He's just kind of following that lead pack. You know, it looks like these guys are really trying to kind of fall in line and just take a lead from the other driver in front of you. Hopefully, maybe even catch some of that slipstream when you can on those straights to absorb some of that fuel use. And, you know, maybe the fuel is really the secret to this race here as far as managing it. But I would imagine a full tank would get to 14 laps here,
Yeah.
unless I'm sadly mistaken. But I think I don't think that'll be a big issue really. So
Yeah,
but, you know,
definitely. Well, that's what makes me curious to wonder who's actually using their fuel mapping to save a little bit of fuel above everyone else.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that's one thing as a spectator. We can't see necessarily if somebody's using fuel mapping. So that's the only way we'd ever know that is if somebody told us.
Yeah, definitely. I think El Kikoi might have spun out or something because he is about 14 seconds behind Fredbird right now.
He's got a significant gap to try and make up at this point. I did not see what happened either. I didn't see yellow flag at that point here.
Yeah.
Point break.
Yeah.
Fredbird's got a little bit of space in between him and Bandit. He's got a little room to catch up there. About 2.5 seconds. Bandit is still within an eye shot of him. So certainly, some guys like to run better chasing somebody else. And, that can really help you kind of smooth your lines out and just look forward. I think is a big key to driving that a lot of guys forget about is you got to look forward. You can't get caught up in staring at the corner you're going through. You got to look towards the next one as soon as you can. So
yeah,
sometimes chasing somebody really does help with that.
Yeah, definitely. Ooh, and Bandit and Johnny Boy had a little bit of contact there, but it looks like they're all right.
And you notice that group 2, 3, 4, and 5 really have kind of tightened up over the last lap or two. They were maybe a second apart, and they are nothing. I mean, there's probably a second between the 4 of them at this point.
Yeah, definitely. Like I'm looking at from Zach G's rear view right now, and it's going down to 0.2 seconds.
Yeah, right. It might be 2 seconds between all 4 of them at this point, but they're very close to each other.
Yeah,
this is heating up to be a really good battle for the second, third, fourth positions. You can kind of see if you look from anybody, whether it be 3, 4, or 5, you can kind of see Josh Moment pulling off a little bit into the distance. Breaking a little bit more gap with each lap that passes here. Zach G making a nice inside move on J-Dog. Yeah, that Rolex vehicle looking
back
so
and forth.
good.
J-Dog takes it.
Yeah, take it through that inside on the next line.
Ooh, Benelli.
Done by these two.
Hey, Benelli, you can jump in the commentator booth if you want to help out.
Oh, Benelli. Bandit and Johnny Boy are also very close to each other at this point. I think Bandit is trying to put a little bit of pressure on Johnny Boy, who's kind of looking outside, but hasn't been anything there. But that outside line quickly changes to the inside here at this track. And it looks like Zach, something may have happened. J-Dog ended up wide. Zach able to make a nice move. And that creates a little bit of cluster back as Bandit has now stuck himself right up to the bumper of J-Dog.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Johnny Boy. Bandit is behind Johnny Boy. A little bit of gap starting to form there now as they cross that first straight. Zach G currently in P2. You got Josh Moment leading the pack. He's got about a 4.5 second gap between him and P2 at this point. So looking pretty good through the first 5 laps of our 14 laps here at Yaz.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like Moment's getting pretty lonely up there in P1.
Zach, J-Dog, hey, let's go get him. Bandit making a nice move on Johnny Boy down the inside line.
Ooh, nice
that was a very smooth move there to get through and put himself into P4. He is trying to hunt down one of those podium positions. It looks like Coy has gone into the pits.
Coy's probably taking a different strategy.
He is fueling up. So the mediums and the hards are required. Can they use the soft?
No, I think it's mediums and softs that are required.
Medium and soft.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but no other tires are actually available for the race.
Okay. For some reason, I thought it was the hards. So
Let me double check on that because you might be right.
No. Well, it looks like either way, Turquoise has taken soft.
Yeah, it's soft and medium. That's right.
Soft and medium. Okay.
Yep.
So I guess the big question is how long.
Yeah, definitely. I think the final race actually has all tires available, but there's certain tires that are required.
Gotcha. Okay, got it.
Yeah. I'll have to check on that when we get there, if I remember.
Yeah, and at this point, it looks like Zach has made a little bit of space between him and T2 and J-Dog. He's got about a second there. J-Dog about just over a second between him and Bandit in Q4. Half a second between Bandit and Johnny Boy in Q5. Redbird's about 3 seconds off Johnny Boy's pace right now in Q6. And Elsa Boy is significantly further behind, but we know he's taking an early pit stop to get on that soft compound. So maybe he'll be able to make up some of that gap there with a better tire.
Yeah, definitely. We'll have to see. This race here, though, in positions 2, 3, 4, and 5, I think is really starting to get pretty close.
It absolutely is, Briggs. And I mean, I've been watching pretty closely with these guys. You can almost pick any car's camera angle and be able to see pretty good action. But it seems like they're pushing each other pretty quick, and it looks like Bandit's going to try to make a move. Oh, I went the wrong way. Not able to quite close the gap. J-Dog a little loose. That's going to open the door for Bandit to try and take this inside line. I don't know if he's going to be able to get this done.
He did it.
As you know, it does put Bandit into that P3 podium position.
Nice move there, Bandit. And Bandit's been really stepping it up this season, too.
Bandit works very hard on his craft. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, definitely. Doing really well.
Yeah, he's come a long way in a short time. He's, one of the later people I know that ended up getting a rig.
Oh, nice. No
once
wonder
he got
why.
the bug, buddy.
No wonder
once he got
why.
the bug, it was all over.
Yeah, definitely. That's awesome. Yeah, some people like me. Yeah, I went from
J-Dog's gonna dip into the pits here. Sorry, Brady.
No, you're good. Yeah. Some people like me. I went from controller to wheel and I slowed down, but some people go from controller to wheel and speed up.
Yeah, there's a learning curve there. I think you really have to. The wheel's so precise, but you have to really put practice in and understand how it's going to react to certain things. I'm on the Logitech, the 923. I'm pretty much ready for an upgrade. I think a direct drive and a nice pedal set would be a big improvement for me. So
yeah, definitely.
I'm still going to do some racing content if I can get an actual lobby to let me finish. I might try and do a Glen today if I can get some time. So
right. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, there's for me personally, I got a G29, and I definitely feel like I've been ready for an upgrade for a bit because I feel like I'm maxed out on it right now. It's like I've even gone as far as to use a Logitech Hive with temporary memory to change my steering angle 90 degrees. But the problem with that is that every time the power goes out or you turn off the game or reset the game, you have to reset your wheel also, plug it back into the computer, change it back to that 90-degree angle again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully eventually we'll get there.
Yeah. And at this point, it looks like Dak's got a pretty comfortable space between him and P2, which right now is Bandit, with about a 2-second gap. Josh is out front over 6.5. Let's call it 6 seconds. 6.5 now. So he is starting to run away with this here about halfway through our 14-lap race against Marina. Bandit really doing his best to hunt down Zach and get himself into a spot. Looks like Johnny Boy is now gone into the pit. He's going to be going from the mediums to the soft. So about halfway through seems to be the secret sauce. Redbird following. Yep, and into the pits as well. So your front three right now being Josh Moment, Zach G, and Bandit, all still out, extending the medium sprint a little bit longer than some of the other folks. And I've noticed people coming in and taking fuel as well. So I think that's one thing that kind of shocked me. I didn't know if there would be that need for that, depending upon how you manage it through the first 8 laps. But most of these guys have taken full fuel.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like Al Capoy just had an issue or something because he just left the lobby just now. Something must have happened. That's unfortunate. Well, he is welcome to come in the commentators group and help out if he wants to, since that happened. It'd be interesting to hear from him, see what happened.
And Briggs, while you're doing that, J-Dog and Fred Bird, J-Dog is driving door to door with him if I'm looking at the right angle. Going down the straight. J-Dog's got the inside position here. A little bit later on the brakes, able to navigate and go ahead and close that door and put Fred Bird back into that P6 position. Nice move by J-Dog.
Nice move.
If he's able to close the gap between him now and Johnny Boy, who was about 3 seconds ahead. Fred Bird's definitely going to try and follow suit. I don't know if he's going to challenge. I got to say, if you're 5th and 6th, working together, it's got to be the key. Get yourself up with that front pack. So hopefully him and Fred Bird and J-Dog can lock themselves together a little bit as well.
Yeah, definitely. Looks like a
Bird dog it up,
in
maybe.
For his pit too.
There you go. And Zach's going to go in as well. Looks like Bandit's going to put another lap out there. We know from seeing Bandit on some of the previous races, he can be pretty tough on his tire set. So he's probably going to run those soft into the ground in today's race. So maybe doing one more lap before he has to get on that compound.
Yeah. And the sun's finally going down.
Does he get points for leading the lap?
The fastest lap gets a point, and then pole position.
Okay, very good. So we have Zach G in the pits going onto that soft compound. I don't think he took fuel specifically, so let's see if that's something that plays into the end of this race or not.
Yeah, I love it when the sun goes down here and all the neons start shining. So beautiful.
Yeah, it is. It really is. You've got right now Bandit in P1 with about 11 seconds between him and P2 Josh Moment. Josh has already made his pit stop. Bandit is not. Zach is 3 seconds back of Josh at the moment. Johnny Boy being 2.5 seconds off that pace. J-Dog 2.2 seconds, and Fred Bird currently in P6. About 2 seconds off J-Dog. So starting to see this file out a little bit. Fred has gotten his pits in. I mean, I think everybody but Bandit's been in. So Bandit is the only one that still needs to go ahead and get in. And his gap between him and Josh is shrinking somewhat right now. So I would say now is the time for Bandit to make that move. Hopefully he can stretch those softs out. That gives him enough time to get himself to the end of the race with a little bit of grip left.
Yeah, definitely. Bandit don't have a choice right now. He's got to pit either that or he's not going to have any more pit.
Yeah, and he does just that. Yeah, absolutely. Great point. You framed that thing dry. He had one little notch left, and that was it. So he's definitely going to take his soft compound and put some fuel in here, and we'll see how this plays out when we see him come out. Currently P2. He is rolling. See if he can get himself out in front of Zach G. Doesn't look like it. Zach has passed him. Johnny Boy. J-Dog. So Bandit's going to have a little... Oh, no, wait, maybe not.
Oh.
Looks like it's going to bring him out with Johnny Boy, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. Right in front of Johnny Boy.
Look at that. Maintaining that P3 podium position right now with a pretty well-executed pit strategy. Now, let's see if he has got enough to hold off Johnny Boy. He is obviously on a fresh set of tires. Johnny Boy's been on track for a lap or two. He's got those kind of warmed up. Johnny Boy might have an opportunity to put some pressure on Bandit in this little section here. With 4 laps, well, basically 5 laps to go as Marina today.
Oh man, that was beautifully done from Bandit coming out of the pits, keeping that P3.
Yeah. And B, I don't know if you know this about me, but I love the strategy that goes into when do you pit, how much fuel do you take, just all the little details that you have to get right. that can give you every little advantage. I mean, I know I might not be the fastest guy in the world. I'm definitely not the fastest guy in the world. So I got to take every advantage I can get. A little bit of pit strategy can go a long way. I love it when a plan comes together as a
Yeah, definitely. That's what I was having in mind for all of the combos. Every time I design a combo, I always want to make sure to have strategy in mind.
Yeah, this is a good one. Taking a look at Josh, who's about 10, almost 11 seconds ahead of Zach in P2. Bandit still holding on to that P3 position. Not a whole lot of pressure from Johnny Boy just yet. Only about probably less than a second between those two vehicles at the moment. So that may change very soon. Johnny Boy with a little bit of space between him and P5 and J-Dog. About 3.6 seconds there, and about 4.5 seconds between J-Dog and Fred. So I think we're really watching closely 2, 3, and 4 right now. There's not a whole lot of room in between those two. Any one mistake could change a podium position very quickly. So watching closely to see if Bandit's going to maintain his composure through these last few laps.
Yeah, especially with Johnny Boy being the ultimate opportunist. Make that mistake, best believe he's going to capitalize on that.
Yeah, and you said it perfectly. He really is. He is in that fourth position, right there, just a little bit back, just kind of following along, doing his thing. Having a really good drive, giving himself a chance to win. Somebody ahead of him makes a mistake, he will take that opportunity, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely.
And if you look back a little bit, I mean, Johnny Boy and Bandit aren't terribly far off. You've got J-Dog just a little bit further back. Fred is getting kind of some track to himself at this point. So back to that theory I was saying about being able to chase some people. But again, 2, 3, and 4, man. Whew. Zach has got a little bit of space between him and Bandit, but it is not much. One wrong move, and that can change very quickly. And it looks like Johnny Boy had a little bit of wiggle trying to get the power down on the exit through that turn, giving Bandit a little bit of breathing room, but not a whole lot. As I was just kind of talking about getting power down, right? It looked like that may have been what happened. It's so easy to get your car unsettled in some very, very tricky turns. As you see, I don't know if you saw Johnny Boy put another little slip in there coming around that turn that he just went through.
I think I caught the tail end of it, actually.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like Johnny Boy's pushing. He seems to be getting that car a little bit loose through some of these turns, so he might be pushing a little bit harder than normal, just really trying to catch up to Bandit, put some pressure on him. Sometimes you want that podium position, and if you've got your pit strategy executed well, you might know you can push a little bit harder on a few laps to really try and put some pressure on those turns. So hopefully that's what we're going to get to see here with Johnny Boy, Bandit, and also Zach G as we watch Bandit tried to chase him down. I don't know that anybody's going to have what it takes to catch up in this moment today, but he's just running off with another one here.
Yeah, he definitely is. He's definitely pulling some maths right now. He's leading that pack by, 12 seconds? That's insane.
Yeah, and I mean, you're talking about really, really good drivers out here with Zach, Bandit, Johnny, J-Dog, and Fred Bird. Pulling yourself away from a pack like that is impressive.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, for sure. He's definitely got a lot of skill.
Yeah, I can only imagine the hours that, if you totaled all the hours that each of these drivers have put together on this track, I bet that's pretty incredible numbers.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely is.
So coming down, Josh has actually just started his 13th lap.
Ooh. I'm pretty close to the bottom of the end of this.
Yeah, Zach and Bandit, Johnny Boy all crossing the start-finish line. J-Dog will be next. And again, Henry Fredberg just a little bit back there behind J-Dog. So Josh Moment is stretching out his lead ever so slightly through these last few laps. He's up to about 13 seconds at this point.
Oh, nice.
And we watched closely.
Impressive.
Unfortunately, it looks like Bandit ended up finding a half-second penalty somehow. You got to work pretty hard to get a penalty, as we've seen here. Maybe just one false move in a bad spot. So let's see if that gives Johnny Boy an opportunity to take that opportunity, as you mentioned, Briggs.
Yeah, definitely.
Get himself into a podium position.
Yeah, he definitely is the ultimate opportunity. So I'm pretty sure he's going to be pushing it right now.
Watching Bandit is going to serve his penalty now.
Forward for Johnny Boy.
And that's a pretty tough spot to serve a penalty. It really does pull, it pulls you down such a large amount of speed that it's more than really a half second, right? It's probably closer to a second, maybe 1.2, 1.3, would you say, Briggs?
Yeah, I believe so. Definitely. I mean, it is on kind of a straight. Oh, Johnny Boy getting a little sideways through that turn. But yeah, it was kind of on a straight. So, I mean, only a half second just barely slows you down a little bit. So,
yeah, not as bad.
Yeah, it's not as bad.
And it doesn't look like it really had a big impact. Bandit has increased his gap between him and Johnny Boy right now. There's about 3.3 seconds there between those two. 2.5 between him and Zach up ahead. Josh Moment currently in P1 was about a 14-second lead. So he is starting his final lap, rocking and rolling through this BHRL race today.
Look at that tire wear, though. Oh man, they're pushing it straight to the limit too. Oh, someone's got a pen. Bandit got another 5-second penalty.
Another one. I wonder if that must be the same turn that he got the previous on. Maybe just pushed it a little bit too far to the outside.
Yeah.
That is not ideal here to get on the last lap.
Especially with Johnny Boy.
That's right. You've got Johnny Boy hunting you down, and he's got the sight set on you. So let's see how that plays out. Bandit can make this work and put himself in a podium position, even after two back-to-back penalties that are probably in the same place.
He has
served. And I don't know that that's going to really have the impact we expected. Like you said, that half second maybe not as terrible to serve as some of the seconds can.
Yep. All right, so I'm getting on with Moment here because he's about to cross the finish.
Yeah, and here we have it, Josh, coming through with a dominant victory today as Marina. Congratulations, Mr. Moment. Well done, sir.
Yep. Here comes long Zach G.
Yeah, he's got a pretty comfortable lead between him and Bandit with about 3 seconds as he comes around that final turn. Nice and smooth. There is Bandit not far behind. We'll see Johnny Boy, which is been chasing down Bandit throughout the race. Well done. J-Dog is making that final turn as well.
Ooh, look at his tires.
Redbird. Yeah, those were beat up. J-Dog ran them things ragged. And here is Fredbird coming into a P6 final. Great racing from the gentlemen today. Yeah, very, very good racing. We got to see some door-to-door action, some really sharp passes, some really smooth passes by everybody. Congratulations again to our victor, Mr. PHG, Josh Moment. Most of the races that I see him win seem to be somewhat dominant. So this one was no exception to that.
Yeah, definitely was. It was amazing to see that race. There was a lot of close action going on and everything. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and enter data, add up points and all that. And I do have the leaderboard up, so if you want to go ahead, take it away for me.
Yeah, absolutely. So, as we said, congratulations to our winner, PHG, Josh Moment, for the victory there. Zach G coming in with a P2 finish. He not too far off pace. Really good race by Zach to put some pressure on everybody. Bandit with a podium P3 finish. Congratulations on that podium finish there. Johnny Boy, BHR Johnny Boy with a P4 finish. We saw he put himself in a good position, just couldn't quite get that opportunity to happen for him to take advantage of. BHR J Dog finishing in P5. And then Angry Fred Bird P6 with El Kakoi. Unfortunately, the engine failure through today's race, and he finished in P7.
Yeah, that's most unfortunate. He said in the chat that something happened. His brother wanted him to go with him in the store, I guess.
Okay.
Yep. So, all right. Okay, P7. All
Yeah, and
right.
so Briggs, while you're doing that, you put that stuff in Chat GPT and have it calculate all your results and everything, right?
Yeah, it works so much easier that way because that way I could actually get through it all pretty quickly here, and no one has to wait too long for me to do that. It makes a big difference being able to have that feature with technology these days.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So looks like
Yeah,
we've
definitely.
got our champion today. Josh Moment has joined us here in the voice chat. Josh, congratulations, well done there.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Another dominant victory. That seems to be all you do is you just seem to be destroying people on track every time I commentate a race. It's hard for anybody to keep up with you. What are you doing different than everybody out there, Josh?
I don't know exactly. I mean, I do like that track. I don't mind the 296, but I wasn't expecting to win it by 15 seconds. I know that. Usually it's a lot closer. Like if you I don't know if you ever join TK lobbies,
Yep.
but 10,000, 3,100, they're always on me. Sometimes Mr. Casual, he's always on me, but I don't know, it's just those league races I always feel like I do a little bit better in than just like a normal lobby. I don't know what it is. I don't normally practice for them. As we're speaking right now, I'm making my first practice laps at Trial Mountain for World Series, and the lobby's been open since 20 minutes ago. I was like, oh, they're gonna have such um a head start, but I don't know. I just like the leagues. They're fun. Racing for points, that's really fun.
Yeah, definitely.
Uh, I don't know if I can explain your question too much, but
Fair
yeah.
enough. Fair enough. Congratulations, man. That was really fun to watch.
Mhm.
You had the secret sauce, you had the pace, and no problems for you to tack on to your points. So I'm kind of anxious to see what that does for your season ranking as well. I know you were P4 before this race started, so I would imagine that will project you quite a bit higher into the rankings there.
Well, no,
So
I kind of wish I wouldn't have missed the third race. Third race I just missed because I wasn't on my phone. I didn't see that it was on. It's like, oh shoot. But I didn't have a truck built for that anyway. But I missed the first one. There's no way I would have made that one. So if I'd have been there, maybe I would have had a chance. But
Yeah,
um,
definitely.
I'd love to be in the running for it, even if on a part time schedule. That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
yeah,
but
yeah,
you
looks like
never
that might
know.
be an opportunity here. So you
Yeah,
do never know.
yeah, you never know. As I'm just about done with having these points calculated up, and yeah, we'll have to see.
Looks like
Mm.
we also have Bandit, who finished in a P3 podium position there. Bandit, congratulations on that podium finish. Nicely done.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
It was a
very,
fun
very well
race.
done.
Yeah,
That was fun to watch. Tell us a little bit about your pit strategy. You went in about, pretty much about a lap after everyone. Brought you right out into P3. You were pretty much out of gas when you did it. So was your theory just to run out of gas and then pit?
Mm, no, I wasn't running out of gas. I had practiced that. I knew I had enough gas.
nice.
Yeah, no, it
Yeah,
looked like
just
it was well
didn't have
executed,
the pace
perfectly
that I
done.
wanted. That's all.
Okay.
I was surprised to see everybody going off the track though, around by the finish line. Seemed
Yeah.
like everybody was just going right off the track and then coming back on. Like there's a line there, as far as I know, that's the track limit. I mean, I didn't see anybody getting penalties, but I sure seemed like everybody was going wide to me.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. We talked about that a little bit in the early portion of the broadcast. For some reason, when you set these track limit penalties to weak, you can abuse the outskirts of some of those turns to extreme limits. And if you
You
get a
could have
chance to
put,
watch back, you'll see that absolutely is what some of the guys have done.
yeah, I don't know about that. That's kind of got mixed emotions about that. That's track limit. That's don't. It's not a daily race. We're racing. You got track limit. Where the line is. Well, I don't
Yeah,
know.
another challenge, I think some of the guys that have done some of this track on other leagues, had a really good opportunity to see a lot of other folks do it there as well. So,
Yeah, I never
maybe
seen
just a
that. That
slight
was a
advantage.
surprise to me.
Yep, they were pushing it pretty far out there.
Yeah,
Oh
definitely.
well, it was fun anyway. Everybody did good, I think.
Yeah,
The
the other
times
thing I
ain't
think
too
worked
bad.
well for you, we saw you had those 2 penalties there at the end of the race, half second on lap 13 and then also 14. Fortunately for you, didn't end up costing you too much. Didn't even really look like he was able to close the gap too much on you when you served those.
Yeah, that's why had mentioned the other deal. Everybody's going way off track. I barely go off and get a penalty, and I'm watching people go way off, and I'm like, wow, this is. I have to admit, I didn't even know where the pit was at the beginning
Yeah.
of this week. Redbird had to show me where the pit lane was, so I didn't know the track very much, and I did my best. I had fun. I think everybody did good.
Well, you can't be too sad about a podium finish, right?
No, no,
Yeah.
no,
No, no,
everything's
not at
great.
all.
Yeah,
Well done.
congratulations, Josh and Zach. And yeah, it was definitely fun. It turned out I liked the track more than I thought I would.
It is a fun track. Yeah, I mean, I've watched so much racing here. I am excited to get out and try it and put some laps down, but I have not got that opportunity just yet.
Yeah. Well, looking forward to next week's track.
Yeah,
So
definitely. Well, for the drivers
I
that are
appreciate
still
you
in the
guys.
lobby, can go ahead and save the settings because I changed it to what next week is going to be. I'll announce after I read off all the points.
Okay. Well, thank you guys very much for putting on a great show for the Saturday morning.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for racing. It was most awesome to see that you had a whole lot going on there, and yeah, that was exciting, especially that
Yes.
pit strategy.
Yep. Thank you
Yeah,
guys.
great job, Bandit.
And it out.
All righty. All right, so that was an amazing race to watch, and I have the points all calculated. So for this round, Josh Moment got a total of 14 points with P1 no 15 points, excuse me, because he did also receive the fastest lap also. So he's in the lead for this one. And then we got Zach G with 10 points for the P2, Bandit with 8 points for P3, Johnny Boy with 6 points, J Dog with 5 points, and Fredbird with 4 points, and Al Kukoi with ChatGPT got it wrong. It's saying 3 points, but he actually got 1 point because when you DNF, I'll still give you a point. But his points are so low, maybe we should just let him get away with the 3 points. As this was the first race I believe he's been able to attend. I think last race also, but anyways, moving ahead. So that brings our season total to Josh Moment in the lead with 28 points from 15 previous plus the 13 from round 5 that he accumulated. So now he has moved up into P1 for the overall standings. K-Dub win P2 with 25. Wait, ChatGPT definitely has things messed up. Zach G is in P2 with 33, bringing Bandit into P3 with 29, and then K-Dub into P4 with 25. Let's see, and then that brings J-Dog into the next one down. I got to get this organized, fixed up.
Yeah.
Give me a moment to sort this real quick.
while Briggs does that, we'll take a second to thank our viewers from Hankies. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Hopefully you enjoyed that race. That was a good one. There is always more to come here with the VHRL. I know some other things are going to be coming out soon, so we'll have plenty of racing for you guys to enjoy out there. Say hi to Mark and the staff out there and take care of them people. They are great people there at that establishment. So thanks again to our Hankies friends out there.
Yeah, definitely. All right, now we got it sorted. So we got Zach G with 33 points overall. Bandit with 29 points. Josh Moment with 28 points in P3. K-Dub in P4 with 25. J-Dog in P5 with 23. Cruel Lob in P6 with 21. Old Man Pip with 19 points in P7. And Fernando Button with 16 points coming in 8th. Tatui in with 15 points coming in 9th. Johnny Boy with and ChatGPT is really being strange. And P10, yeah, I'll have to get all these really sorted out. ChatGPT is being really weird now. Yeah, it's definitely got it all jumbled up. So I will just say that I'm going to fix that, and I will get it posted in the Discord later on when I get that sorted out. So moving on, let's go ahead and announce what the next race is going to be. So the finale is for round 6 is going to be the Brown Crash finale, which is going to be at Le Mans No Chicane with 7 laps. There will be rain. And the car is going to be what I like to call the Gr.3 hybrid, Gr.010 hybrid 2021 Group 1 car. And then the tire wear is going to be 5 times tire with 8 times fuel. So that's going to be an interesting one to look forward to.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun to watch these guys navigate. No chicane makes it exciting. I mean, the back straight is so much fun to get that slipstream and really put some pressure on the folks ahead of you. So staying close to the competition is really going to be key for that race, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Most definitely. That's going to be a crazy race to watch. And yeah, especially with rain, and all tires are available. There's no recommended or required tires. So yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see how that all goes down.
Yeah, and is that one next week or is there a break?
No, it's actually next week on Saturday.
That is next week. Okay, very cool.
Yep, yeah, definitely. I got to kind of plan that out so that way my wife and I could have Valentine's Day and stuff. So
very good, very good, smart man.
Yep, definitely, definitely. All right, well, I guess that wraps it up. So thank you so much, Slomo, for tuning in or coming in and helping out again.
And my pleasure. Thank you so much for having me, Buzz.
Yeah, definitely. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in and watching today and supporting. Thank you for being here. And thank you, Hanky's Tavern, for broadcasting this over there. Thank you very much. And yeah, thank you, everybody. Any final thoughts before we cut it here, Slomo?
Yeah, check out some of the new videos we've got going. Stop by Hanky's if you're in the neighborhood. Make sure and let Fredbird or I know you're going to go, and we'll do our best to meet you up there. In the meantime, stay safe. Check on your neighbors. Mental health is a real problem in the world, so make sure you're checking on other people, and don't be afraid to ask them twice.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. I'm definitely someone that has mental health myself, so yeah, I'm definitely all for that. But all right, so thank you, everybody, and we will see you guys next Saturday, same time, same place, same channel. And until the next one, have a good morning, good day, good night, good evening, whatever it is, wherever you live in the world. Brigsby, the BHRL Slow-Mo, and Season 3 is out. Till next time, stay safe and have fun. Buzz, buzz.
Roaring through the chaos, pushing to the max. Sweating metal pouring, we ain't looking back. Hard fighting team racing under the sun. BHR in the wicked contest we run. flying head high. BHR forever, hear our battle cry. BHR, fighting flames of fire, grit and glory, fueling our desire. No looking back, no slowing pace. We're here for the race, this hard fighting place. BHR, fighting flames of fire, grit and glory, fueling our desire. No looking back, no slowing pace. We're here